everyone. This is Dr. Nidhi Khare. Thank you for joining me. In today's lecture, I will discuss about the various reasons why people form and join groups. And I will also discuss about the types of groups. I hope you will listen attentively and follow. Students, consider a collection of people waiting at a bus stop for a series of buses. Do these people constitute a group? No. These people are simply a collection of people who probably do not interact. They lack cohesion and they are unlikely to see any commonality of interest between them. So, why do groups form? There are a number of general tendencies within us, such as we like people who are similar to us in some way. We like people whom we meet often. We like people who like us. We seek to associate with successful groups. We also tend to avoid individuals who possess objectionable characteristics. The most popular reasons for forming and joining a group are related to our needs for safety and security, belongingness, esteem, power, and identity. Safety and security needs. Groups provide protection to their members from outside pressures. That is why workers join trade unions to feel safe and secure. Even in the nursery class, when the teacher asks the small kids, "Who broke the toy?" he seldom gets an answer. What happens is that all the kids keep mum or quiet. Although young, they protect their member by not disclosing anybody's name or pointing at anyone in group. Relatedness or belongingness needs. People, being social beings belonging to or relating to groups, satisfy a number of their social needs. In every organization, there are many persons who are very isolated or who prefer to be absent from work most of the times. Studies show that such phenomena occur more where people are unable to belong to groups. Esteem needs. When one is a member of a group and does some good piece of work, he gets a praise from others. This in turn brings a sense of recognition to the group member, on the one hand, and also a sense of fulfillment of one's need for growth towards higher achievement of work and better career prospects on the other. Power. One of the appealing aspects of groups is that they represent power and also offer power to their members. Workers enjoy much greater power by joining groups than they do as individuals. This is because of at least two reasons. First, there is strength in numbers. And the second reason that we all know is, united we stand, divided we fall. Identity. As a member of a group, an individual gets identity. He knows, who am I? In practice, we understand ourselves through the behavior of others towards us. For example, when others praise us, we feel we are great. But if others laugh at us, we see ourselves as funny ones. Types of groups. Groups come in many forms, shapes, and sizes. Most managers belong to several different groups at the same time. Some at work, some at community, some formally organized, and some informal and social in nature. We will discuss the different types of classification of groups one by one. The first type of classification is primary and secondary groups. A primary group is a group that has intimate, face-to-face association and cooperation. Usually, family, neighborhood groups, and relationships from childhood fall under this category. A secondary group is formal and may not have any interest in the problems and pleasures of others. Secondary groups tend to be larger in membership, less intimate, less long-lasting. Examples are everyone who attends your college, everyone who works for your company, everyone who lives in your city. These are not people that you are intimate with, and these are not even people whom you know. So I hope you have understood the difference between primary and secondary groups. The next type of classification is membership and reference groups. A membership group is one to which an individual really belongs. A reference group is one with which the individual identifies. Now, while primary and secondary groups require membership, reference groups are groups that you may or may not belong to, but are used as standards for evaluating values, attitudes, and behaviors. Essentially, reference groups are role models for individuals to emulate. For example, sports stars, actors like Amitabh Bachchan, singers, business executives like Steve Jobs. The third type of classification is command and task groups. A command group is composed of subordinates who report directly to a common supervisor, for example, a production manager and his subordinates in his department. While a task group is usually formed to solve a problem, it is comprised of the employees who work together to complete a particular task. Fourth type of classification is in-groups and out-groups. An in-group is a social group to which a person psychologically identifies as being a member. Like for myself, I would identify as being female, as being Indian, I would identify as being a teacher, and so on and so forth. By contrast, an out-group is a social group to which an individual does not identify. So, I would not call myself American, I would not call myself a man. So, I hope you have understood the classification in groups and out groups and the difference between the two. Next type of groups is formal and informal groups. Formal groups are created and maintained to fulfill specific needs related to the overall organizational mission. Now, the features of a formal group are that it is designed by top management for achieving organizational goals. It concentrates more on the performance of job. People are placed in hierarchy and their status determined accordingly. Coordination of members are controlled through process, procedures, etc. While informal groups are created in the organization because of social and psychological forces operating at the workplace. The features of an informal group are that there is a natural outcome at the workplace and not designed and planned. Organization is coordinated by group norms and not by the norms of the formal organization. Such group associations are not specified in the blueprint of the formal organization. Cliques. Cliques consist of colleagues and associates closely intimated to each other. Cliques may be vertical cliques, horizontal cliques, mixed cliques. Vertical cliques are the cliques consisting of members working in the same department irrespective of their rank. Horizontal cliques consist of people of similar rank working more or less in the same area. And mixed cliques consist of both vertical and horizontal cliques. Sub-cliques. Sub-cliques consist of members of a cliques along with outsiders. Isolates who are not a member of any group. Another classification of informal groups by SAIL is, from the standpoint of pressure tactics, is divided into 4 groups. The apathetic group, the erratic group, the strategic group, conservative group. Now, what is the apathetic group? Group not sincere to their demand and members do not actively engage in union activity. Erratic group, very sensitive to their demand, easily inflamed and easily pacified. The group engages in union activity without working. Deep-rooted grievances exist without any reaction from the group. Strategic group. These groups have a well-planned strategy for fighting with the management for their grievances. They build continuous pressure. Last, conservative group. It consists of members having critical or scarce skills. Though they have strong position, yet are least engaged in union activity. This brings us to the end of this session. I hope you got a clear understanding of why people form and join groups, and also learned about the different types of classification of groups. Thank you.